Hello everyone, welcome to the English online class. In this video, I shall explain about infinite verbs. Remember, I had explained about the two types of verbs in my earlier video. Let's do a quick recap of that. There are two types of verbs, that is finite verbs and infinite verbs. I've explained about finite verbs in the earlier video. What are finite verbs? A finite verb functions as the main verb in a sentence. As you can see the example, Rohan wrote a nice story. Here, wrote is a finite verb. It acts as the main verb. Then we learned that finite verb depends on the subject, that is tense, person and number. A finite verb changes as per tense. Examples, Rohan sang well. Sang is in the past tense. Rohan sings well sings is in the present tense. So the main verb, that is sang, changes its form for different tenses, as you can see here. Then examples of finite verb changing as per person. I play football every day. Here it is in the first person, so the verb is play. He plays football every day. Here it is in the third person, so the verb is plays. Thus, the main verb changes its form for first person and third person. Then we also learned a finite verb changes as per number. As you can see in the example here, singular boy. The boy plays cricket every day, whereas the boys play cricket. So the two verbs, that is play and plays, are different for singular and plural. Now that was the recap of what I had explained about finite verbs. Now in this video, I shall exclusively explain about infinite verbs. An infinite verb does not function as a main verb in a sentence. As you can see in the example, Ali wanted to visit his grandparents. Here the main verb is wanted. The infinite verb follows the finite verb. So to visit is the infinite verb. It does not function as the main verb. Thus, infinite verb is not the main verb. It doesn't change as per tense, person or number as the finite verb. As you know, finite verbs changes as per tense, person or number. But infinite verb does not change as per tense, person or number. You can see the example here. He wanted to sing, they wanted to sing. So the verb to sing has not changed in both the cases. Right? Okay. Let's see further. Infinite verb consists of three types: gerunds, infinitive and participle. Infinite verb as a gerund. In this case, the verb base plus ing form, it acts as a verb plus noun. Example, exercising is good for health. Drinking cold water is an unhealthy habit. So here exercising and drinking are infinite verb. They act as verb plus noun. So it is called as verbal noun. Second, infinite verb as an infinitive. Here it occurs as to plus verb. It normally names an action. For example, Royston wanted to eat the cake. Here wanted is a main verb. To eat is the infinitive type of infinite verb. They learned to swim finally. To swim is the infinite verb, whereas learnt is the main verb. Next, infinite verb as a participle. Here it functions as a verb plus adjective. There are three types: present participle when it is verb plus ing, past participle when it occurs as verb plus d or ed, perfect participle when it occurs as having plus de, d or ed or n. You will understand this when I give you example. Example, first one, when it occurs as a present participle, it occurs as verb plus ing. As you can see, holding the doll, Emmy walked out. You're holding, so it is verb plus ing is the infinitive verb. Carrying the trophy, the winners danced on the ground. Here carrying is the present participle and therefore it is the infinitive verb. You can see carry plus ing. So you remember verb plus ing here is the present participle. Next, Infinitive verb as a past participle. Here the verb occurs as verb and ends either as d or ed. As you can see, scared, he hid behind the door. So here scared, the verb is ended as verb plus ed. Similarly, frightened, the kids cried loudly. Frightened is the infinitive verb. Next, infinitive verb occurring as perfect participle. Here it occurs in the form as having plus and ends as d or ed or n. So your example, having received the parcel, I rushed to open it. Having received is the infinitive verb here. Here it is ended as ed, received. So I hope you have understood the types of infinitive verb. So let's do that again. Infinitive verb consists of three participles: gerunds, infinitive and participle. As a gerund, it occurs as verb plus ing form, functions as verb plus noun. As an infinitive, it occurs as to plus verb and it serves the purpose of naming an action. As a participle, it functions as verb plus adjective. So it occurs as present participle, past participle or perfect participle. In present participle, it occurs as verb plus ing. Past participle, it occurs as verb plus ending with d or ed. In perfect participle, it occurs as having plus ending with d, ed or n. Now once you have understood this, let's do an exercise. In this exercise, you have to identify the correct options and whether it is a finite or infinite verb. So please be ready with your pen and paper so that you can mark, and you may solve this exercise in your notebook. Let's do the first one. Ria dash gracefully, which is the correct option. Once you have marked, you may check the answers. Ria dances gracefully, and it is a finite verb. Second, having dash his work, the man rested for a while. Answer, completed, and it is an infinite verb. Third, dash the old man went off to sleep. Option, tired, and it is an infinitive verb. The kids rushed to dash play football. Answer, play, and it is an infinite verb. To play. Rushed is the main verb. To play is the infinite verb. Next, Aryan jumped dash the ball. Catching or to catch? Answer, to catch, and it is an infinite verb. The children dash ice creams. Answer, the children love ice creams, and it is a finite verb. Sarah dashed to the park yesterday. Answer, went to the park. It is a finite verb. Fifth one, Molly dash on the swing every evening. Answer, plays, and it is a finite verb. So students, I've explained to you all about infinite verbs. For finite verbs, you may please refer to the earlier video, and for infinite verbs, you may just go through this video. Once you have done that, please to solve the exercise given within the two videos. So thank you once again for participating. Take care, happy learning, and God bless you all.